just the way that this game mirrors life, from a good moment to a bad moment, how you handle it, how you have to think going from a good shot to the next shot, from a bad shot to the next bad shot. There's gonna be trees, there's gonna be water, all these things are traps and booby traps and things that are in your way. Oh, here we go, we live. Everybody, what's up? We out here. We just finished the first hole. We are at Pebble Beach. It is 1 year, my 1 year anniversary from my hole-in-one, the iconic hole-in-one on 7. Let's see if we can create any magic, hit some good hits, have a good time out here, and create a new experience and a new moment. It's not about the hole-in-one. We're not trying to recreate that. We're trying to come out here and get another experience. And so we already started. We off. Cheers to some cappuccino. Cheers to the cappuccino.
Cheers, cappuccino.
This is our first conversation that we've had in year 2 of the Wide Network.
Yes.
Here on the road.
Yes.
We're going to do a little bit more road trips this year.
I like that. I like how that
sounds. Yeah, we're on the road right now. But but the road is beautiful. The road is Pebble Beach.
Oh, so that's what that sound I'm hearing right now. That's like the sound I'm hearing in the background.
Yeah, right now it's this is we in the elements right now.
Okay.
Like we out here, like really we on the road. So you got to get used to the hecklers
like
and the fans on the sideline and zone in. But it's people out here having a great time, celebrating what it feels like to be here. It's one of the most iconic places to be for golf, and if you come here, you feel it. You feel,
I do feel
iconicness.
I do feel it.
So we just watching people right now take pictures, take video of people coming in. I think the last group should be ending soon before it get dark. So, yeah. Cheers.
So, why are we here today? Let's actually cheers to that. Because today's not just average day. I guess it is an average day, but it's an average day because it's the anniversary of another day that's not so average.
Yeah, big, we call it the golf shot heard around the world. The amateur golf shot heard around the world. A year ago today, I hit the hole-in-one here at Pebble Beach on hole 7. And, not only was it a big moment for me, it's been a big conversation amongst golfers.
Facts, I remember that.
We run into so many different people through life, and so many people now talk to me about the hole-in-one and the belief that has given them not to hit a hole-in-one. You can't go out and aim for it.
True.
But to know that you can do amazing things in life, right? Away from maybe something that you've done before. On the hole-in-one was like, dang, he still can get that. He still can do that. We still have these moments in life to aim for that euphoria, that euphoric moment. And so that's what that hole-in-one was. So we're back this year, the 1 year anniversary. I have some ideas and some plans going forward, what I want to do around me hitting my hole-in-one, it being an ace. Dwyane and I have started a membership club called Ace, and I want to do some other things around golf, and I'm going to utilize here at Pebble Beach this day, this moment, to continue to keep telling the story. But I'm not going to allow what our caddy said he's been caddying for 39 years. He probably have seen 10 hole-in-ones here at Pebble Beach. So that's the odds.
That's some pretty damn good odds to beat. Sandman, yeah, that's you.
Everybody look at the Sandman. We talk a lot of shit out here on the golf course, but it's all in fun and spirit because none of us are good. We can just make shots sometimes. All right, so I just powered this. I don't use my driver a lot, so I just use my 3-wood a lot off the tee. So if I can hit something between 240, 250 off the tee with my 3-wood, I'm happy about that. I hit one about 240. It went in the sand. About 250? Pat said 250. It went in the sand. So my job now is just to get it out so I can have a good shot. Oh. Well, one, you don't know them. Like, I played this one, so I kind of know it, but that don't mean anything. So when you go on to different courses, you don't know the courses. You don't know, like right now it's wet. It's different from being wet to being sunny. The way the balls, like these are all the things that I don't have the skills to be able to adjust to. So, we play the same way. I had got out there a few times early in my career, like with Zoe and some, different golf events or whatever. But I was just swinging away like a baseball player. And so my last year, I was like, all right, I'm gonna need something to do. Once I retire, something to be competitive at. And so we picked it up. And this is going into my 6th year now of golfing. So in my first 5 years of golf, I got a hole in one. Mwah, big 5 rental.
So now, how was your day-to-day like?
My day was great. I wanted to come out here and understand, like, I didn't come out here to recreate a hole in one. Like I said, you can't plan for that. I wanted to come out here and I want to be a better golfer this year than I was last year.
Okay.
Obviously, on the 7th hole, you want to do well, but I actually didn't do that well on the 7th hole. Didn't have the right club. I didn't feel, didn't hit it right, didn't finish it right when I had the chance. But it didn't stop my game from, being better and showing improvement. So just the whole experience that was out here today, it was just, it was like 5 hours of walking the course for the most part. We drove a little bit, but walking the course, talking with a caddy, talking with each other, talking about golf, talking about other things, and just enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the feeling that we had being here.
I like that.
It was a beautiful day of golf. Yeah.
So, did you think you see yourself here 6 years ago when you started? Because you started about 6 years ago, right?
Yeah, I'm going into my 6th year of golf.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to play this sport. You got to really be out here to really understand how golf imitates life. Not even trying to be dramatic with it. Like, it really imitates life so much. I mean, just even the joys of hitting a good shot, hitting one good driver, and then you got to get to that second shot and you got to do it all over again. And that second shot may be a great shot, but then you got to get to that third shot, you got to hit it all over again. That third shot may take you to the water. Now, it's life. Some moments are great, some moments are not. What are you going to do in between? You know what I mean? Like, I have to clear my head through shot to shot, even a good shot versus a bad shot. I have to clear my mind through it and get rid of it and move on to the next shot. We are on hole 3. I just came off of a par on par 5 on hole 2. Went against my coach a little bit. Pat wanted me to hit my putter. I ain't really great at it. So I went with my flop shot and ended up being a good shot. so, no, I'm listening to Pat. I'm out here listening to Pat, but I just took, I did my own thing that time. But all is good. We out here, and I'm about to hit this next one. Got a little tight hamstring going on. I was trying to swing downstairs in my simulator without stretching. I pulled it a little bit. I don't even know what happened, but last night I was in pain. Even the pros who know all the things, you watch them they don't make the mistakes as much as we make them. Of course, we're amateurs. We're not even in the same ballpark, but do you see them make the same mistakes? And I think that's what makes golf so great, is that you can see the guys who do this for a living, you can see them do some of the same things you do and make some of the same shots you make too. They just make them all the time, like, more than us. And they know what they're doing. But people who know what they're doing still messing up, the way that you can in this sport, that gives you a little bit more like pause, like, all right, it's okay. You gotta let me know how long that drive was right there, Pat. What'd you say, Pat? Oh, hell, that's down there? Yeah, I believe that too. Maybe 260. Hitting one of my best drive of the day on 6 as I approach 7. It don't even matter now. Now I just gotta get here and figure out how to hit this next shot. It's on to the next one. Can't celebrate that moment too long. You can celebrate it until you get up to it. Now you gotta focus. Ah, damn, that was tough. That wasn't a bad hit. Oh. I thought it was gonna bounce back for me. Right idea. Damn. It took a little dip on me. I pulled it to the left. It was so good.
Was this where you planned? Well,
I mean, I heard of Pebble
Beach.
Beach.
Okay.
Of course you want to go to the places that are iconic.
Right.
But also, too, once you start playing golf, you don't want to go and be bad at all these places that are iconic.
True, I got you.
And so you're like, I'll hold off until I get a little better. But yes, I had always heard of Pebble Beach, and that's why I came here now 4 years ago when I got my opportunity to take my trip up throughout the pandemic. I did a wine tour, I did a golf thing, and we came here and played. And so that was the first time I played Pebble Beach. and had an amazing time. And then from there, I was like, all right, that's a place that, that I want to go back and be better at. And then the next time I came back, I hit the hole in one. And so was I a better golfer? Yeah, a little better, but I had a moment that was so grand that it overshadowed anything. And this year was about getting better at the game.
The moment was so big. I had people who I know who aren't really big basketball fans who called me about that. Like random people.
Yeah.
Just go like, yo, I heard your guy hit a hole in one on the 7. And it was like, they started watching basketball back when Magic started playing. That kind of like not connected like that, but they were connected to that moment, which is it's funny because that moment transcended it just transcended everything else. Like you won championships, you've been on Biscayne, all that, but that moment for whatever reason hit the mark.
Yeah, it's a big conversation around golfers. Anybody who golf,
right,
and I'm around, that's going to be the hole in one is going to be a part of the conversation. I talked about when I first seen Steph this summer at the Olympic practice. As soon as I walked up to him, he looked at me and said, "Hole in one at Pebble, bro." Like, and I just told him, I said, "Man, I'm trying to be good at life like you, bro." So, man, it's just, it's cool for me to pick up a sport, as you and I were speaking, to pick up a sport 5 years ago and just have, maybe after the first year or two, just have small goals that I wanted to accomplish. And I feel like I personally accomplished those goals for myself, to just learn the sport a little bit, not rush it, not think I need to be great at it, but just try to actually learn it. So, I know what I'm doing. And in the midst of that, create some cool moments throughout. Go to Scotland with your dad for Father's Day, right? Play at Pebble. Get a chance to golf with Tiger for a few holes. Like I've done some cool things by picking up that golf club. Played with President Obama a few times. Hit a hole in one at Pebble. But now I'm going into the next 5 years of my golf life, and I'm excited about what these next 5 years is going to be for me and for my game. We've been talking about approaching 7. You see it behind me. Right here, we got a group. Actually, a guy almost got a hole in one. Really, really close. But here we go as we approach 7. Shot, hit, heard around the world, a hole in one at Pebble Beach on the 7th hole. Your brother, your guy, your man's right here, whatever you want to call me. I did that. So we about to go. We about to hit it again. And let's see what our next experience is. But it's kind of one of them things that like you want to do, but you also too like know like once you do it again, like last time I was here I hole in one, and now I don't know what it's gonna be. If I don't hit a hole in one, it's gonna be, well, next time I was here I partied it. You know what I mean? I don't know. So it's kind of like I'm waiting to hit it. Like I'm not rushing, because once I do, the year is over and we're on to the next one. We're on to the next memory. Anticlimactic. I killed that one. Last time I did this walk, I was running down. I was celebrating a euphoric moment. This time I'm just walking down and just appreciating being back here. And everybody that's played on this hole, even the guys that's behind us, is like, he hit a hole in one on this hole, right? And everyone knows this hole is the hole in one that Dwyane Wade hit.
Now, who'd you play with this trip?
This trip I played with Dre. My OG.
The OG.
Last time we came here, he came as well. We played together, but we played with 2 other guys. Last time as a foursome. This time they gave us just a twosome. We had our caddy Pat that I had last time. He was obviously requested because I wanted to bring that same energy. I tried to get the exact same room. It was somebody had already beat me to it, but I got on the same side. I try to bring the same energy around me and be in the same, just vibe. I don't know what the experience is going to end up being, but just as long as you continue to keep that good vibe, that good energy around you, great things happen. So we came out here today, man, and I'm proud. I'm proud of the day. Like I'm proud of the hole in one, but that was luck. I'm proud of the day. I hit some fire ass shots today. That for me is great, especially coming in a little hurt. I almost had a DNP. I had a little hamstring injury coming into the day early this morning, but it warmed up for me. But man, yeah, just cool.
Now, that wasn't the only kind of reason why we had a DNP was your hamstring. We had some interesting moments getting here.
Let me tell you something. They was trying to.
They
listen.
They did not want you to be great.
Busy. I'm just trying to get busy on us, man. They did not want us to get here. We're flying here. We're about to land. It's what, like 8:15. We're about to land. The plane's going down. You hear the legs. You can get the legs falling out. You hear the wheels about to. And we go down, and the next thing you know, we zoop back up.
Fast.
We all like, what? It kind of felt like we were going like the opposite direction. And so we did that for about 15 minutes, kind of flew around, and was able to like go down and land. We found out there was a lot of fog, and the pilots they don't land if it's too foggy and they can't see it. So they would have took us somewhere else. So we finally got here though. We hit ground, we landed, we like, whew.
Right.
And then my golf clubs wasn't here when we got here.
My clothes wasn't here.
Your clothes weren't here. Your drawers weren't here.
My drawers and these stands that we got that's here, all this stuff, none of it was here.
Yeah, it was about 15 people on the plane, and 13 pieces of luggage came out.
I don't know. It was a weight thing. And what's crazy is that when everything kind of stopped and they shut down, there was no one at the airport. Like if you think about it, because think about the fact,
you can go ask a question. Like you couldn't ask anybody anything.
Nowhere somebody at security. No one at the checkout counter. There was one lady I think at Hertz. That was it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of an interesting experience. And I think even just that, because even when I thought my bag was going to come back last night, my bag made it to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I drove back out to the airport to go get my bag. I'm like, all right, my bag is going to make it. Because for whatever reason, they actually transferred my bag to a plane going to San Fran. They didn't come to Monterey.
So they gave you hope. You had some hope last night.
I did. I ain't going to lie. I did.
And did the plane, so what happened to the plane?
So I got an Uber. I got a request Uber back, return trip Uber. I pulled up to the airport. I hear the plane. Like I hear it. Like I hear it because there ain't no much planes coming in. I hear the plane, and then I don't hear it anymore. The plane just left, and they had the same fog issue. And I literally saw on the map the plane circling for a little bit, and I'm like, please just come, just please come, because right now all I'm thinking about, I ain't got no drawers. I ain't got nothing. Yeah. Like I can't go to no Target or Walmart. Nothing. I am literally
a little boy.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be like my son, like just not want to take a shower, just sleep in my play clothes all day. And it just got here like middle of the day. Had to go run this morning to Target, but it was just interesting because I know better. You travel as much as we do, I should know better to have a backup pair of drawers.
Yeah. But you're gonna do it again.
I will.
Yeah, it's okay.
I've done it so many times.
But it's what is it? What's the saying? One of
the sayings is that when we want to make God laugh, make plans.
Okay.
And
another saying is it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. That's the saying that's the saying of this trip. That's the saying of this trip. It doesn't happen to you, it happens for you.
And it happens. Was that for me then?
It's for you. We're gonna find out why. But it happens for you. So, it's something that was learned in that moment. It's something that was hopefully taught to you in that moment of the patience that you had to have.
Okay.
You got up, you went to Target early, you did the things that you needed to do. So like it was something in there that you needed to do.
Okay.
It's a reason. It was a reason I didn't need those clubs. It was a reason I need those golf shoes.
You're right. Because you did mention after playing that you want to go back to a short set of clubs.
Yeah, well, I was bringing the rentals that I bought last year. So I bought the rentals of the clubs. That's what I was bringing back. But I guess I don't need to play with those. I guess I don't need to play with those. Because
it's done. They did their job.
Well, whatever. They needed me to do something else. They needed me to feel something else. They needed me to experience something else.
Okay.
Also, too, not having them, it kind of threw me off a little bit. So it made me focus a little bit more because I knew I was off, right? So I'm like, all right. I kept talking to myself. You heard me early on.
Yeah, I
was talking to myself. Yeah. Come on, stay down. You got rental clubs. So it just made me focus a little bit more. So it's a reason why things that we were familiar with didn't show up.
True. Okay, I'm with that. I'm with all that.
I gave myself 5 years before I quit. I was like, all right, give yourself 5 years first. If you hate it, if it sucks, then get out of it after 5. Now I'm like, all right, next 5 years, hopefully I can get a lot better. When you're learning how to play golf and you hit a great shot that doesn't put you, like, you're not in play, you don't even care. You're just like, I made great contact. I made it. The swing felt great. Like you can't worry about, oh, I can't get a par. Like you're not getting real pars anyway. Ain't no pressure on you. Ain't hitting from far back.
You think you went in?
I think I went in.
Well, 240 that bunker, you hit it pretty good. Yes, sir. Bang!
That's that guy right there. Well, I feel different. Like I'm actually feel like I'm like playing the course. Like I'm like walking, I'm talking, I'm like, because I already did the unimaginable here. So it ain't nothing I can do better here.
Right.
I don't care about score, a 69. No one cares. It's the hole in one.
Jump, run. A lot of it has to do with balance out here.
Yeah.
And if you're too close to the putt, like this, I don't see how that's balanced for you. Somebody can come up and give you a little push.
Yeah.
This way, this is a good athletic stance and you're balanced perfectly, you see.
So now, what would you say for like people? Because I know we talked about this before about young Dwyane golfing, and now this Dwyane is golfing, but like, there ain't that many people that we sometimes see that look like us that golf. But now it's been a bigger thing now. You see Cali golfing, like, you see it more. What are you saying to those young guys who are like trying to like get into this game? Like, why is it so interesting to you?
I mean, I don't say much. I keep it kind of simple. You know, if I got a chance to talk to someone who's out on a golf course or around someone who golfs, so the conversation comes up, I'll just be telling them, don't wait as long as I did. And also don't try to teach yourself. You know, this is a different sport than basketball, where, you know, not saying you can teach yourself because you definitely need others to help you, but you can get a ball, you can go in there, you can use your creativity.
True.
In the gym by yourself.
True.
Can't do that. You can do that in this sport, but you got to have so much time dedicated to that, to do that. So if you're not going to just dedicate it all so you can, you know, have your own swing and build your own game, and you're going to play these spot minutes,
Right.
these spot
Facts.
Then, you know, take time out and make sure that you learn how to swing. You learn, you know, the mechanics of the game. The rest is going to come with feel, and every course is different, and the weather's different, and your game's going to be different. And, you know, all these things you're going to learn along the way, but the swing, to have confidence in how to transfer your power, transfer your weight into the swing the way that, you know, it should be. That's the kind of conversation I have with someone. Just really like take time and don't rush to it. If you're older, if you're in your 20s, in your 30s, whenever you're starting, start the right way. Don't start the way I started. Please. Don't come in the back door walking backwards.
I know I gotta get actually back out there because I kind of stopped playing for a little bit because one, because of the injury, because I hurt my knee and just was so conscious of like subconscious, like just consciously thinking about the fact that I hurt myself, like whatever, and do I go back out there and is it not gonna hurt? And so I look at it as interesting because I was not a professional athlete. You know, I just wasn't it just wasn't in the cards for me, although I feel like I could have been.
Right, it's a lot of people that feel like they could have been professional athletes, brother. You're not alone.
but we know it's funny though, because I do still play out the fact that when people do see me, they think I actually play sports somewhere, which I take
Man,
it fully.
You hanging around athletes.
True, I guess you know what. So hey, I remember one time I went to this Jordan Classic and I was in this golf tournament. This is before I even touched the golf, and I actually, because people came in like, "Oh, you must play football," and I said yes. I was signing autographs all day.
Who were you supposed to be?
Nobody really knows name because, you know, it's the mask, the face mask. So I said I played for the Dolphins. I played for the Dolphins. I was a receiver. You know, I'm not a starter. If I knew a quarterback, I said the quarterback. I forget what the quarterback name was at the time. I said, "Yo, yeah, I'm living Miami."
You went. Why? What did you get out of that?
So I got to sign a lot of autographs.
Oh, you got to feel what it feels like to like sign autographs.
It was nice. It was like people came to me like, "Excuse me, sir, can you take a picture?" I'm like, "Sure." I know they got back home mad as hell, but yeah, take pictures with me, take a sign autographs, and I signed my name as it was. I wasn't lying about that, but you know.
Next time you do that, just sign random black guy. So when they take the picture home, they be like, "Who is this?" They're gonna be like, "Random black guy."
But yeah, man. But now, I like watching. like how this like I'm gonna get back in the game. I'm gonna get back to like I'm gonna go back and get a trainer again and go back and just actually just get back to it because I do love the sport. And just watching you even go through this game today and you having your struggles at a certain point and you telling yourself, all right, I gotta go like talk to yourself. It was kind of cool just to see your process. Because I think as you being a professional athlete that had your process during the sport that you love to play,
Yeah.
to try to transfer those techniques into this game. Like, was it an easy transition? Like, do you think some of those processes hurt you or help you?
Well, I think some of it is transferable, but I think it takes time to get there. You know, you think it's going to be an automatic transfer,
Right.
but it's not. You know, it's not because you expect to just be good at this game automatically, right? Especially when you grew up an athlete and you were great at all sports or good at anything you picked up or just a natural at something. You expect that this one is no different. You have this little bitty ball. I have this big stick with a lot of torque coming and power. I should be able to knock this ball
bang bang
500 yards on one
bang.
swing, right?
Bang bang.
And then you realize it's not just about that, right? And so most definitely, man. I love this game. I love this game. As we talked about when we were out there, just the way that this game mirrors life.
Facts.
It mirrors life in so many ways. You know, just from shot to shot, from a good moment to a bad moment, how you handle it, how you have to think going from a good shot to the next shot, from a bad shot to the next bad shot. True. How you got to talk to yourself, how you got to overcome, how you got to deal with, you know, all the elements that are out there for you. It's going to be trees, it's going to be water, all these things are traps and booby traps and things that are in your way. And it's going to see how you're going to play it. So sometimes we do smart and we lay up. And sometimes we go for it. You be like, oh, you go in the water. Because you the win. It mirrors life so much. And the patience you have to have, the discipline you need. You know, you can play the same course tomorrow and you can play awful. And you know the course.
Right.
You know what it hit, and it's just not going that way. And that's how life is. One day is not like the next day. And so I love the sport. You know, I love the relationships you're able to build and gain while you're out here.
Right.
And if you're around smart people, you're around people that know this game, you listen to them, you walk away so much more intelligent, just in life, but definitely about the game of golf. So it's a beautiful sport. I'm glad I've been in it since I was 37 years old. I'm glad that I decided to like jump in.
Well, I'm glad too, because it's interesting. I think I got into it more because of, I guess I'm one of those people that you got into the sport too. Yeah. Because I played with the idea of doing this, but just doing it was I think because we started doing the trips and it was just I like the camaraderie. I like the just
all the golf trips with the fellas.
Like it was just so cool just to be. I saw this thing the other day, since yesterday or the day before, where it was saying guys are better or guys have better lives if they get to spend 2 days with the fellas to just bond with the fellas 2 days.
Yeah, I think every man saw that. Because we all shared it with each other. Like, hey, look at this. Just say we need to get together 2 days a week.
This is truth.
Right. I mean, I don't, 2 days a week is obviously hard depending on where you guys at, but I do feel that conscious effort to build that time in with the men in your life is so important.
I agree.
And I do it. You see me a lot, with the Rose Boys, man. We always trying to find times to meet up and have trips, and that's stuff that we got to force because it's outside of our jobs. It's outside of our family, our kids and significant others. It's outside of, a lot of personal things that we want for ourselves and all the things. You got to force it.
True.
And so you realize when you do force it, how much is needed and how much you grow from it. You know what I mean? How much it helps you be an even better person when you are around your family and others because you're able to have that real guy time, that man time that is needed. And we may not say nothing about nothing.
You're right. It's just the bonding.
It's just the bonding, man. We can sit here and bond and they be like, man, what Bob doing? You like, man, I don't even know. I ain't even asking what he doing now. But I know Bob doing all right. Or I know he needed this moment of quiet. Or I know he needed this, whatever he needed from me because that's just how we are, right? And so golf allows us to build that brotherhood too. I think all my brothers are into golf in some way. We all at different levels. Right. But we all can come out here and we can enjoy golf at the levels that we are at. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the beauty about this sport. No matter what levels you at, Tiger Woods versus Bob Metellus. You can actually play together.
Right.
And I ain't gonna say be competitive. I'm not gonna be crazy.
I actually
But
feel
you know
like
that.
the fact when you just use Tiger Woods and Bob Metellus, was I supposed to be the bottom of the spectrum?
Yeah, I went high and low.
Oh, like
Yeah.
I'm like the lowest?
I mean,
I guess I
the
am.
best golfer I know is Tiger.
Whoa.
The worst golfer I know is Bob.
Damn. Well, you know what? Then I think I got to call you out and say that we got to do that race then. You remember, there's a race. There's a race that we talked about doing. Do you want to tell the people what the race was exactly? So that when this comes up next time, I can say he ducking me.
Over our relationship that we've had many. You can't beat me like that. You can't do this, and I'll prove it to you. When you came on my house, I had my slides on, and I smacked you at basketball.
That wasn't me. That was Dion. That wasn't me because I would never act like that's your sport.
Really? So you didn't lose your ring playing?
No, what was I doing?
What was you doing to lose your ring?
You know what I might have did?
Ain't no might have. You was getting you was there, bro.
Damn, you brought back
In my slides.
Yeah, that was
I
deep
dunked on
moment right
Dwyane.
there.
That's what happened.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh,
But so we have so
old
Bob
wounds.
and I
That was
have
the
a
old
little
wounds.
thing where we were saying that we can, like, Bob think he could beat me in running, right? And I was like, bro, no. But I'll run backwards to make it competitive. I'll backpedal. And you can run forward
just to make sure,
it competitive.
Just to make sure you're saying, just so we get this out. I want to say this extremely clear. I'm running forward. You're running backwards.
Yes.
And
yes.
we haven't
Here's the
discussed
thing
this.
we're not running flat surface. We're running up something.
That's fine. Up a hill is fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because that's why I'm a dog you. Yeah, you're gonna be breathing heavy fast.
Bro, you understand I used to run track, right?
20-something years.
Okay, I'm just saying.
You understand I used to dunk, right? What does that mean? I can't dunk no more like that.
All right, but okay. But backwards, bro?
Hey, listen, I'm confident in myself. Now, right now, as my hamstring is a little sore.
I'm telling you, I'm going to go up. Hey, you see, you know what? I'm looking forward to this one day. And I don't want to have a situation that, because remember, didn't somebody do this?
The fact that you're looking forward to me running as a regressor and you a progressor, further lets me know I'm more of a superior athlete than you, brother.
No, that's the thing. I'm like, if it's forward, I might need to train for that.
I heard one of the football players say that. I can't remember the name of the football player, but he talked about what makes the defensive backs the best athletes in the world. And his case for saying why defensive backs are the best athletes in the world, because he said we are the only position that starts in a regress to go to a progress. Everybody else gets to start that way. We got to start backwards.
You know what? I have to give you props. And I respect that. 100%.
I respect it.
I respect that.
Now, quarterbacks do start in the back pedal too before they get to the...
Yes.
So I ain't saying they the only position, because quarterbacks start with the backwards before they get to go forward.
Right. You're right.
Right? But it's an argument there.
That is a very good argument. That's a very good argument. I'm going to say this. I still will smoke you on forward progress if you're going backwards. That I can do.
Listen, I've heard a lot of people say that. I've heard a lot of people tell me what they gonna do.
Well, I think we don't have this in this on the screen or anything like that right now, and hopefully we can get that on the screen. But I want, for those of y'all who believe you can or can't, we may need to put this to a vote. And then we also
don't worry about it. We're going to set it up one day. We're going to set it up outside the fly on the wall office. We're going to run in that little lot. Only thing is I don't want to fall and burn my whole...
I know. And the thing is, I told you, we only got one try. Ain't no false starts. If it's a false start, it's done.
I got to do yoga and stuff before we do this. I got to prepare my body.
Pilates, hot yoga. I got it.
What down the Wide Network?
All I need is one. All I need is one. I only can give you one. They're
going to call you Barbecue Bob when I get done with you.
All right, stay tuned. I'm telling you, stay tuned.
I want to be so perfect, but when you come out here and play the game of golf, for me, most of the time it's practice, because I'm an amateur. I'm not getting paid for this, so unless I'm competing against somebody, there's always practice. But these shots is needed. You have to hit bad shots. You know, every shot can't be a great shot, because you need to know how to get out of these moments, right? It's like playing basketball. You need to learn how to win close games. You're not going to learn how to win a close game unless you're in a close game. And so you got to be in bad spots like this so you can know how to hit it. Because it's going to come again.
There you go. Hammered it.
Yes.
Gonna survive.
Why you don't see my shit
Hey.
going,
Get a little messy.
He's an asshole because he know it was going in.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Plug your confidence. We're on the next wave, right?
Right.
Of our lives. And like this golf wave started off as, something to do. And I think in the process, on the journey to doing it and trying to accomplish it, I spent a lot of time by myself doing it. And it was plenty of times this was so frustrating that I wanted to quit, right? Like I just wanted to, I don't want to be bad at things.
Right.
And so I was bad at this sport. Like I couldn't figure out how to hit the ball where I was, trying to put it in. Long story short, hitting that hole in one, getting that experience, reaching that as an amateur as the high as I'm gonna go for it, unless I enter tournaments and you get that good. But right now as an amateur, hitting a hole in one at Pebble Beach, hole 7 is the farthest I go. But the reason where it made me in a little bit more was that I remember the moments that I did not quit. I remember putting that club down like, I'm done with these clubs. And then I've come back to it and I've come back to it and I've been in it and I just had to go through the suck to learn how to hit the ball straight, right? Just these things, right? And so to hit that hole in one here at that moment, I was like, all right, once again, I've shown myself that, that hard work, that little stubbornness that I had, that tenacity, that, even the ability to be able to counter, to be able to compartmentalize what I need to focus on and not think about the whole game. Right. Don't think about the whole 500 yards per hole. Think about right where you are, right where your feet at. You know what I mean? That's the saying we say, I am where my feet at. And so golf, you got to be where your feet at.
Be where your feet at. I like that.
And so it's been incredible. So to be back here, man, just to wrap it up, to be back here at Pebble, to be able to talk about that experience in that moment, I just go back to the moments where I was like, man, fuck this game. You know what I'm saying? But I powered through it, and then I was able to accomplish something that now is a conversation, a story, and inspiration for others.
Yeah.
To go out and try to accomplish and try to do and say, oh, he did that. I know I can do it. And I'm like, I'm now in that conversation. I fucks with it.
I fucks with that too.
Yeah.
I fucks with that too.
So more to come. More to come.
We'll be out to the next one.
Bro, it's literally from this part of my ass cheek through my hamstring all the way down to my inner calf muscle. That's where my shit hurts at. And I'm out here at Pebble Beach trying to get it done. Actually getting it done. What you mean?
Good. Nice finish.